You're welcome back to Talk That Talk, where we talk that talk, when we walk that walk. You dig? We back in the building. My name is Josh, the host that do the most. I'm sitting here with my man Penny Austin.
We in the building.
As usual.
Yeah, let me claim my name this time.
Exactly.
That is pretty, girl.
That is Penny.
We got Ellis back once again.
We in the building.
They back in their normal seats now.
Have to get it back adjusted.
Probably threw y'all for a loop.
Speaking today, we got 40 back again in the building. Big 40.
We honestly be switching a lot of spots. We just, green screen each other in the same spots.
Yeah.
Real camera work, bro. I'm telling you.
That would be crazy.
That would be crazy. Because it's so unnecessary.
They just don't know.
Why are you doing that?
They just don't know.
All right. So let's get into it.
We might be holograms.
All right. So the first topic we're going to talk about, the Ravens end up beating the Bills 35-10.
Let's go with 35-10.
Y'all saw that on Sunday night.
Domination.
Do y'all feel like
was
the
that
Ravens?
Sunday night?
Yes, bro. That was Sunday night.
Dang, that felt like Sunday morning. I was in a different area code. It's all right.
All right. Yeah. Anyway, do y'all feel like the Ravens exposed the Bills? Or do y'all feel like the Bills just had a bad game?
I feel like the Bills. I think it was a bad game for them. I think they've been playing pretty good coming into the weeks prior, right? But that game they looked a little off. I mean, after that 80-something yard run by Derrick Henry,
I'm about to say you started off really nasty.
It's hard to bounce back.
I ain't gonna lie. It's hard to bounce back from that. Then you playing from behind for most of the game, so it might have just threw them out the loop. I think they just had a bad game. They were in Baltimore too, correct?
Yeah. And at the bank,
hostile territory.
Looking.
You didn't say jinx though. You just said you don't make up.
You still say
But yeah, I think they just had a bad game, man. I think they'll take that learning lesson and bounce back in the next couple of weeks. But just a bad game for them.
See, I think it's a combination.
What you think?
I think it's.
All right, here you go with this combination.
No.
If it's anybody that's gonna pick both of them, it's gonna be 40.
Yeah.
All right. So
can I talk?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Can I talk?
Go ahead.
I think I agree with you. It's part that the Bills had a bad game because we know they're a better team than what they showed Sunday night. But I also think that this is who the Ravens really are. Like the Ravens are dominant, and this time they just closed the game out. That's the biggest difference. Like they closed the game out the way we expect them to when they take these big leads. And the fact that Buffalo couldn't really take advantage of, the Ravens' tendency to blow these leads like that and not really make it a game goes to show that the Bills were off.
Right.
This is who the Ravens are. They get these leads. They're able to run the ball. And the Bills had a bad game because they couldn't even make it close at all.
Man.
Even Derrick Henry tried to, when that fumble towards the end of the game, fumbling to the end zone that they fell on top of was like, okay, yeah, this is just like it's not the Bills' night tonight, So, I think these are still two of the top teams in the AFC. Bills have bounced back just fine, but yeah, I think this is also what the Ravens do, what we expect the Ravens to do. So,
be more.
Okay.
I mean, he kind of took the question and put a different angle on it, but all right. Shout out to the Ravens, but I'm just going to say I'm going to say the Ravens exposed the real Bills instead of this being a bad game. You just got to understand the team that they played was a team that's different than the teams that they played the first 2 weeks. We seen last night.
Yeah.
The Dolphins are just horrible.
Yeah.
You feel me? Arizona. It's bad.
Yeah, they played.
Get it on.
Arizona is bad.
Yeah.
So I don't think that they've played anybody up to
Cardinals,
snuff.
Dolphins, and Jags.
Exactly. Yeah. And
Jags.
So exactly.
So
they haven't played anybody up to snuff yet.
Fair enough.
That can apply pressure to make them play good. And then when they had to play good against a team that was actually, up to snuff, we seen what happened. And then the middle of that defense is extremely injured.
Yeah.
Which is why they got, pounded the way that they did. Pause. Y'all niggas is wild out here. But with that, I don't think you'll be able to fix that over a short period of time. And when they get to December, January, February, you need the middle of the defense. If you can't have nobody in the middle of the defense to stop the other team, then
especially this year.
It's gonna happen.
Especially this year.
Yeah, people a lot of teams running the rock, especially right up the middle. So
right up the middle,
you got to be able to stop that this year.
We seen Josh Allen go back to being Josh Allen when you make him have to play
So
He gonna run that thing.
But with their division being so weak, do you still think they win? Well, I know you got the Jets winning the division.
I mean,
do you still think they got a chance to make the playoffs? Though
yeah, they got a chance to make the playoffs just because there's a lot of teams that ain't good this year.
it's not. They're not.
So-
Man. They're not. The
So-
AFC is looking weaker
So,
than we expected it to.
yeah, they don't, but
Look
do
like
they make any,
competition
they
evening
make
out.
any noise this year? No.
Okay.
So it
They
just
got
walks out.
exposed.
So they got exposed.
This
as
game
a
exposed
not
why
a
they
very good team.
needed Stephon Diggs. You need a weapon.
You do need a weapon.
You do need something.
because
You
that
do
was
need
that
a
was
Glad-
lacking.
yeah.
That
They
was
didn't
one
have
thing that was
anything.
really
When
lacking.
you play superstar teams, you need superstar players, and
You can't just put it all on. So you basically saying the Bills just can't put it all on Josh Allen.
you never could put it all on Josh Allen.
They were though.
I mean, they
He's
always-
one of
they
those
haven't-
quarterbacks
they
to where
were.
you. I would hope that you could though, right?
I mean, they keep on hoping.
I mean, I feel like me personally.
They
I
hope
think
for
it was,
Phillip Rivers all them years.
I think
Even
it was
Dan
just a-
Marino,
That's
they
different
hope.
though.
That's different. And he has
Oh, that's-
superstars.
Okay,
He had
Dan
some
Marino,
people.
my nigga.
Okay, now Dan Marino's a good
That's-
example.
They
But
were-
Marino got you the one. He
Yeah.
got him the one. They
He
got
got
their
him to.
asses whooped. But
Yeah,
But
he got him
lived
to
up-
one.
didn't win it.
That's facts.
got a
Winner.
point.
Joe
I think
Burrow.
I think it was just a bad game though from the Bills. I'm not gonna say that like the Bills aren't gonna still be like a playoff contending team, or maybe even make some noise in the playoffs.
Hell no.
You know, I mean, if you look at it,
Hmm.
Josh Allen going into this game, Josh Allen was 6-0 in primetime games going into this.
Yes,
6-0.
was.
You know, as soon as they bring up them random stats, well, it ain't random, but it be some stats
That shit
pop up.
matters because we talk about
6-0 in prime
we talk
time.
about
Now
Kirk
he's
Cousins
6-1.
and how he couldn't show up in primetime.
All
What
he
was
do
it?
is
So
show
it's
up
like-
prime time. Now, shout out to Kirk Cousins.
So
my
it's
nigga.
yeah, so
Shout
it's
out
like
to Kirk.
let's give
Brown.
credit to where credit is due. You know what I'm saying?
No.
If I'm gonna talk about
Nigga.
me personally, if I'm gonna talk
We ain't
about
doing nothing
Kirk
but playing
Cousins
trash teams
how
on
he was-
motherfucking
and
prime
how he was
time.
playing, then I'm gonna give bro credit.
All right,
See what
Yeah,
happens when
I'm
you play a
saying.
good team in prime time. Goddamn,
Hey,
What's
it's-
What's the Ravens record on John Harbaugh in prime
Wow.
time?
1-22.
You showed me
You
the
want me to
stat.
bring that
I
up?
forget the
It
exact.
was 20-3.
Mm.
I don't know what that had to do about the Bills.
I just couldn't remember the other because you showed me the stat and I couldn't
Yeah.
remember the other.
Okay.
Yeah. But I mean,
I remember it was good though,
Prime time games. ain't
but he
Super Bowl.
want that nigga gone.
So does playoff games not count as prime time games?
I think
Depends
they
on the
do.
stat. Depends on the stat.
They probably
He
don't
wouldn't
track
be
it.
6-0 then.
They probably
goddamn it.
don't track it.
They
I
track
thought
it, but
that's
sometimes they'll make it to
They
where the
separate
stat
it.
is with, and sometimes
including
regular
That's
season.
what I'm
yeah,
saying.
regular
I'm saying,
season
though.
games.
they only
So-
make it favorable for whatever the argument is.
Has he had primetime playoff games? I'm genuinely asking.
I mean, he had that one game against the Chiefs that year.
But he was
But
on,
wasn't it?
That's the
afternoon?
only one I can think of.
Wasn't that like 3:00?
that's still prime time in the
Man, in the
playoffs.
No,
playoffs,
it's
that's
not
what I'm
prime
saying.
time.
So it's
It's
not
not
prime
prime
time.
time.
Oh, it's
So-
not. Oh,
So
Prime
playoff
time
games
is
be
7
like-
o'clock.
I guess only the
6
seven.
o'clock.
Only the
bet,
seven.
So, just,
Yeah.
all right,
6
so,
and 7.
so stop putting that much emphasis on fucking playoff games. They ain't prime time games.
I'm agree with you. I think they is, but I,
I
just,
think-
I,
I
guess
don't care
by
what
the
time. I don't
rule-
care what time you play that motherfucker. That's prime time game.
I agree with that though. In
Nah, that's
playoffs,
not how that works.
I don't think.
Okay,
I think the
all right,
definition
well,
of
that's
prime
not-
time is because of the time of day it is.
It's nighttime.
All right,
A prime time game
Okay.
is a night game.
hey,
That's basically what that means.
all right.
all right.
You say stop putting so much emphasis on the
On
playoff
the
game.
playoff
Yeah, it ain't
games?
prime
That's
time.
crazy.
If it ain't
It's
prime
a
time.
It's
playoff
still
game.
It's playoffs.
It ain't prime time.
But to your
Playoffs.
point, if it's playoffs,
then it's supposed to be prime time at all times.
because you're not scheduling
You-
6 games at the same time in the playoffs, it'd be 1 or 2 games.
So
on at one
playoff
time.
games need to be at night then. That's what you
No.
No, I'm just saying.
That's
this-
how
Well, if y'all want, but it ain't
that's
prime
how
time
the
game.
stat
I'm
works.
so confused.
like that's how that stat has always worked. Why are we
Why
having
are
a
we
debate
questioning
about
what
this?
primetime games
Yeah.
are?
No, I'm just saying.
On Thursday night, it's Thursday night prime time football.
So
talking
what?
about- that's regular
What
season.
makes a Thursday night game more prime time than
Than
a
a playoff game.
3 o'clock
Because
football
it's at
game on
night.
Saturday?
Nah, fuck that.
That's disgusting.
Bro,
That's the point.
It's called primetime because of the time of day. It doesn't mean like
So the prime time is
importance.
nighttime.
Yes,
so it's nighttime.
yes. It
Nighttime
doesn't-
games,
yeah,
not
night
prime
game.
time games.
It's not
It's
important.
It's
nighttime
nighttime
games.
game. It's
You
just
see
called
what I'm saying?
nighttime game.
It's
like
nighttime
okay,
games, not
how,
prime time
How
games. What the
important
hell?
was the Titans Dolphins game?
It was night. It was
It was
a
a nighttime game,
It
not
was
a
a-
prime time game.
but
Who
it
was
was
watching
a
that shit? Who was
primetime
watching that
game,
shit?
though.
It was
Prime time to who?
It was so unprime time that they booked another one.
If you want to be
they
honest,
gonna do that regardless.
They was making.
did you watch the game?
They was making the
Hey,
schedule. They was making the schedule.
I
They got
watched
the
the
Dolphins.
game.
They got the Dolphins.
I watched the
Titans.
whole game.
I
They
was
was like,
I cut it
hold
off
up,
at,
time out.
like,
We got to
the
put
2-minute
something
mark
else
when
right
the
here.
I wasn't
Titans
watching
got
that
the
shit.
ball
You
back.
know
But they've
why?
been doing
Because
that
it wasn't
for
no
years,
prime
though.
time
Terrible.
game. It was a nighttime game.
Yeah,
So
because
if
they
it
used to
was-
always put the
If
Ravens
it was a
on the
prime
motherfucking
time game,
Monday
that
on
would
the
have been a prime
beginning.
time for everybody to want to watch that game.
Why, bro? That's not what prime time means. Prime time is all about time of day. It doesn't mean the
Nighttime.
importance of the game.
That means it's a
That's-
nighttime game.
It's a nighttime game.
Yes. If that's how you want to. Okay.
Yeah. Don't
So
call
it's
it
not
prime
prime
time.
time.
That's what
It's
I'm
nighttime.
That's the
That's what
word
he said.
for it,
Nope.
though.
It's nighttime. Don't call it prime time.
If you think about it, what is a prime time game? A game that's in the prime time for everybody to want to see that game.
At night.
No.
When everybody's at home.
I'm at work at night.
Everybody's
What you
off
talking
work.
about? I'm at work.
Yo, this is
Bro,
insane.
I got
How
work
did
at
we
night.
end up talking
Hey, normal
At
9 to 5.
At 3 p.m.
when
But
you
you
get
gotta think
off,
about it though, because
The
this is
game
the
starts at
weekend.
6 or 7.
This is the weekend.
On the weekend.
This is the weekend. And Saturday.
People work Sundays.
Okay, Saturday at 3 p.m. Who at work at Saturday at 3 p.m.?
Saturday and Sunday.
Exactly.
I do.
Saturday, 9 to 5. Hey, 9 to 5 is a
Well,
normal
don't nobody work
shift.
those 9 to 5 on Saturday or Sunday. If you
talking
working 9
about
to
Sunday.
5, it's Monday.
So if I'm working at HEB, I just don't work 9
That's
to
not a-
5.
that's
What
not
about
a-
what
that's
about
not a 9 to 5.
Sundays or the Lord's Day? What about Sunday?
That's not a 9 to 5.
That doesn't mean people don't work,
That's not
Some
a 9 to
don't.
5 though. HEB.
A
that's
lot
not
people
don't.
don't.
A lot don't.
but some people do.
A lot don't.
So for those people, they still are going to get off.
People
go home
still
and
work
be able to make
at
them watch the
Monday.
game.
People still
That
work at
3 o'clock
Thursday
game,
night
Why
at
is
7
this
p.m.
why is this an argument?
The 3 o'clock-
I
the
want
3
y'all
o'clock
to because we
game.
gonna stop calling it a prime time game because it ain't prime.
Who's going to stop calling it? Because it's just y'all two. It's literally just y'all two.
It's a nighttime
And
game.
that's cool. I'm cool with that.
Just like in college football, they call
Listen.
it the nighttime game.
If it's a primetime game, this game is highlighted. This is a national. This is that game.
Did y'all two have a meeting before
No.
the show about being on the same
No, because
page?
we didn't know he was
Because
gonna
this
bring.
is
We didn't
crazy
know he
right
was
now.
gonna bring a prime time game.
This is crazy, y'all.
These are nighttime
I mean,
games we're talking about. not
literally
primetime
all I
games.
did was say Josh Allen going into this game was 6-0.
undefeated. So I
in
just wanted to know
primetime
if
games.
they
Are
was
these
gonna
all
count-
nighttime games?
These
Is what
are
I'm
nighttime
asking.
Yes.
games.
Okay,
yeah.
that's all I have.
Primetime games.
That's all I want to
Nighttime
know.
And they're not gonna count the playoffs because he ain't undefeated.
He's
in the
6-1
playoffs.
now in primetime games.
That's-
Nighttime.
Okay, that
because
makes
he
sense.
just lost on Sunday night.
Because that
It was a
Monday
night
night game
game.
he played last week against Jacksonville wasn't a primetime game. It was a nighttime game, but it wasn't a primetime game.
I understand.
Hey,
All right.
this is hilarious.
So on to the
That was
next
great
topic.
content.
We're going on to the next topic, bro. We're going on to the next topic. Let's talk about the
I'm
Cowboys.
just mad. I just can't believe they don't understand where we coming from.
I do.
It's a nighttime
Hey,
game.
I do.
Y'all
I do.
got it, bro.
You got it. Let's talk about the Cowboys right now, bro. Let's talk about the Cowboys. So
Do we really got to talk about
you got-
that?
That's our first segment of the
That's
Cowboys. We ain't
this is
never-
the next
Right.
segment.
This is the next segment, bro.
Yeah,
We
we
don't
got
talk
about
about
the Cowboys.
But it's fuck them though.
Except when I said, ha, y'all suck. That one
I mean,
time.
I say they suck every time we bring them up. So really, do we have to talk about this topic? Because them niggas
we can
trash.
spend a little bit of time.
Okay.
We will, but I just want to say
I got
fuck
some- I
them.
got some coke in my nose.
Wow. Hey, that was crazy.
Okay. So you said, what about the Cowboys? Then back to you.
Was partying with Chris Brown this morning. My bad.
Not Brit.
right,
Not
bro.
Brit.
Got me like, hey yo.
Nah,
All
that's
right,
all.
bro. Let's talk about the Cowboys. Let's
That's
get
like
back
he
to
was
topic,
twerking and shit.
fool.
Oh,
This nigga
my.
must took some. Never mind.
I ain't taking nothing of them either.
Bro,
Okay.
so
This
can we
straight-
stop?
this
Can we
straight-
stop?
This
Can
straight
you
Red Bull.
can you say the topic?
Michael Parsons and DeMarcus Lawrence are both hurt.
That's two.
I was trying to deflect the Cowboys.
Do y'all
both
feel
got
like?
hurt.
Do y'all feel like the Cowboys season is potentially over with now?
You know what's crazy
Because-
about this? It was over like preseason week 3
You
type
feel
shit.
me?
It was like it's been over, but if you want to say now is the time
Like
that it's
technically-
over, right on, my brother.
I think it's been over since we saw them get fucking routed against New Orleans.
That was a bad.
I think they were hoping they'd be equivalent, same as good a team as they were last year because they didn't make any fucking changes for the positive. They just stayed the same and paid everybody.
When has that
And
ever
then we
worked?
saw them get
But
never,
continue. I'm sorry.
never. Everyone else gets better, and you just stay the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we saw them get fucking. It
Wow.
looked like a track meet out there against New Orleans, and we was like, "Oh, their season's over," and they can't stop the run still.
So they
And-
played the Ravens
and they
the
can't-
next week.
and they can't run the ball. So they're the normal Cowboys. It's just their demise is coming a little bit earlier in the season this year. Usually they're a 12-win team. They probably like an 8-win team this year, and it's normal Cowboy shit.
Maybe. Eight is eight.
They even look bad against the Giants. Nope. I don't even see them win.
They look terrible against the Giants, but that's the thing.
Let me know
They
your
got to
next
play
two
the
games.
Giants again, and they got the Eagles.
No, let me
Twice.
see that next.
Their next five.
Because
they
Micah
got-
and
they-
DeMarcus Lawrence ain't playing in none of these games. We finna say
Like,
their defense was bad before these games, and now they're hurt. So
That's true. You
Their
usually,
best
you
players
lose your
got hurt.
two best players or
All right, so-
two
All
of
right,
your
so
three best players.
Their next five.
And these
They're
passes-
going to Pittsburgh.
okay,
They got Detroit at home.
lost.
They're going to San Francisco.
Lost.
They're going to Atlanta,
Lost.
and then they got
Lost.
Philly at home.
I ain't gonna lie, they
might only. Be
I ain't gonna lie, they might lose all 5 of those. I'm gonna keep it a beat with you. That Philly might just
They got the Texans right after that,
God,
and then they got the Command. They're going to Washington to play the Commanders.
they might
Yeah.
lose
So it's-
7 in a row.
It's
Eight
tough
wins
sledding.
might be generous.
It's
I ain't
tough
gonna lie
sledding.
That's what I was saying.
8
Eight
wins
wins.
might be generous.
It's tough sledding for them.
Y'all might be out of there
Because they
bro.
offense can,
Like, for
can
real.
put up some points on any
Only
given
Can
night.
they?
Maybe.
It's CD or bust.
Hey, but in one of
They
those
put up
games when
20
it's
against
not
the Giants?
bust,
Yeah,
like,
the only way they have a somewhat
They lose that
productive
game against the
season.
Giants if the Giants can score a touchdown.
Facts.
The only way they have somewhat of a productive season, in my opinion, is if the offense has like one of those like
One of
years they
those
had a couple
years.
years ago,
but they
Right.
where they was
But
just
they
like
don't have
number
enough-
one.
but after
I know it's not gonna happen. They don't have the weapons, but I'm just saying, hypothetically
Can't
speaking,
even run
that's
that
what it
bitch.
would take.
I mean, last year they were the highest scoring team in the league.
Mhm.
Then
Like,
that's
that
what
number
that's
one
probably what I'm
offense.
talking
Yeah,
about.
it was last year. Yeah,
Yeah.
But
They were
as
the
of,
highest scoring team
but
in the
as of
league.
week 4, we can get a not a general. We can almost get a general consensus of the league and what's going on now. It ain't looking like last year.
No,
It ain't
no.
looking like
It
last
looks
year.
like
Jake Ferguson isn't Dalton Schultz.
first off they
You
can't
don't
run
have
the
Amari
ball,
Cooper
bro.
anymore.
Like at
Ezekiel
all.
Elliott ain't gonna get it done for nobody.
Like
I'm
at
sorry.
all, bro.
CD Lamb has the longest rest of the season.
Which is crazy. You're
And it was
wide
12
Their
receiver.
offensive
It
line
was
broke
12
down,
yards.
and they haven't replaced any of their linemen that they've lost.
Man,
I mean, they
so,
got a first round pick at left tackle. He been okay, but you know,
What's his name? Badiasi or however you say his name.
I know
what I'm talking about. Tyler.
Tyler Biotish.
Yeah, Biotish.
Biotish.
He's gone.
Biotish.
Tyrone Smith is gone.
Hmm.
Zach Martin, just
Yeah.
old.
Yeah,
You know.
Zach get a little brittle.
You know. Frederick been gone. You know, it's tough. Y'all haven't.
Connor
They haven't.
McGovern gone.
They
They'll
haven't.
they'll
replaced the
develop
linemen.
and get better. I agree because they're very good at drafting linemen. But
I mean, they got gut.
when it comes to like you can't live or die off of one wide receiver. Like unless you the Vikings with Jettis, and even then they got Jordan
You gotta have
Addison.
the
They got Jordan Addison. They can like they
And,
can still.
the
They
tight
can't
end.
feast off of just CD, and I know they got Brandon Cooks. Brandon Cooks will give you a
Washed.
little,
This is last
but
year.
he not Brandon Cooks that we know anymore.
Right.
And you know we know Dak's not just the guy to like put an offense on his shoulders by himself and carry all the great production. So
Right.
yeah, it might be like 5 wins, which is nasty.
Tough year. I mean,
5.
hey,
I
Dog,
ain't
Sure.
it might be like 5
Let me see.
wins.
I don't know
bro.
about 5
Because they had
but-
2 right now. So
Dog,
you
just
saying,
read their schedule again, bro.
I'm gonna go through their whole schedule for the rest of the season.
And we'll give them the full like the ones
Full
we like.
benefit
Okay,
of the
they
doubt.
yeah.
Full benefit of the doubt.
Okay.
Let's be honest.
Pittsburgh at Pitt.
If
That's
you give him the benefit of
possibility,
the doubt,
but that's
next
probably
game
close.
I'll give him benefit of the doubt for that one.
Okay, so
you got the Lions
No,
at home, going to San Fran.
no.
Falcon going to Atlanta, play the Falcons.
No.
You got the Eagles
no.
at home. You got the Cowboys.
Well, Eagles at home. We'll give them Eagles at home.
Okay.
Yeah, because they
Because
have
Divisional
they
games.
have been looking rough. Division
Divisional,
game,
yeah.
we can give them that. You got the Texans at home.
Loss.
You going to Washington to play the Commanders.
I ain't gonna lie, that's a loss.
You got the Giants at home. The
At
Bengals.
home.
Give
They were
the
5.
Giants.
They're 5 wins.
Watch
The
this.
Bengals at home.
no.
That's a loss.
No.
The Panthers in Carolina.
Okay,
Give them the Panthers.
They at 6. All right.
Okay.
Wait.
And then you got the Bucks
Loss.
at
Loss.
the crib. Eagles
Loss.
in Philly.
Loss.
Loss.
And then Washington
Loss.
at home.
Loss.
So
It's 6 wins.
And
So
that's-
5, 6 wins.
And
Nigga.
that's iffy on.
And
on
That's
that's
if they
iffy.
beat the Steelers next week.
yeah.
Yeah.
If they don't beat the Steelers going into them games, that's not gonna look good for them. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
They,
'Cause
they
the
might- at that
Steelers-
point, they might as well start trying to get Shador.
They just paid. Who the fuck
Just paid
Who
Dak.
the fuck they trading Dak to? Who
See,
traded
that's why
for
they
that?
shouldn't have paid that.
Well, yeah.
He was gonna have a shitty season like this.
Especially the way they did it. That's why
Yeah, literally.
why
like,
wait till
right
the day
before
the
first
season
game?
starts?
Yeah, right before the season opener.
I thought it was
It's
stupid.
bro,
couple
it's just
hours
the It's
before
just
the
the
season
Cowboys
opener?
being, bro. We knew this shit was coming. Like you said, there's really no reason for us to talk about them. We just had to fit them in because we cover all 32. But
Well,
we gonna talk about all 32 at least one time.
No facts.
We didn't talk about the Panthers already.
Yeah.
So we gonna cover all
Everybody
32.
gonna get
All right,
something.
speaking
We
of
talking
covering
that
all
talk about
32,
everybody.
the Washington Commanders, man.
apparently nobody can cover their 20.
Man, the Manders.
Y'all, are they for real? Y'all think they for real? Or?
I already told y'all last 2 weeks.
Y'all think it's just
Penny was on the he saw
you
early.
been right about the
Hey
about
man,
that.
I
will
think
say that.
the Commanders are for real, and they probably win that division. The way the NFC East is looking right now.
At this point,
Hey,
Yeah.
Jaden Daniels, bro, looks real special, man. Like he looks, and they're running kind of a simpler offense than like a full pro offense. Like there's some college elements to it, but everything. Well, yeah, and it's a lot of Cliff Kingsbury elements. You know, obviously he's doing a great job, but everything just looks so easy. Like running the ball, passing the ball. He's a dynamic runner himself. It's just now they defense. You know, they're coming off a good game against the Cardinals, but the defense can get scored on a lot. Bengals didn't punt the ball.
They look like they playing to where it's like we just trying to get 1 or 2 stops and then just hope
we just keep scoring.
I mean, that's if we punt one time in 3 games, nigga, I don't care about my defense.
I mean, hey, facts. Facts. We just move the ball like that, it don't matter.
Yeah.
We keep scoring the name of the game.
What's the point of worry about defense? Putting up points.
But yeah, man, I think the Commanders are for real, man. I think they probably win that division.
We score every time we touch the motherfucking ball.
Hey,
yeah, because speaking of that, you know, the stat is Jaden Daniels has more scoring drives than he has incompletions this year.
Crazy. That is crazy. He's been
23 to 17.
He's been accurate.
He has the most accurate 4 games
in NFL
4-game
history.
stretch ever, which is crazy, bro.
In NFL history. So, if you got a quarterback like that, it's like people went into the last, offseason. A lot of people probably wouldn't have said that the Commanders were a quarterback away from being a good team. But you get you a good quarterback, and the quarterback gonna change the coaching.
Facts.
Regardless,
we saw CJ. We saw CJ do it.
Right.
You get you a good quarterback in there, and shit turns around real fast.
Should let you know something.
You get Bobby Wagner in there to help the defense just in those little crucial moments when you could, get that experience when they need to make the big stops. It'll happen.
You holding on to some snacks, my boy?
Hell yeah, I'm gonna eat that shit later. But
sitting there.
Yeah. So
yeah.
Are the Commanders for real?
Thumbs up from Penny.
Hey, okay, for the people who only listen to the audio. I just
people put that on in the car. You just listen to it.
Yeah, right. That's what I was saying. So I just
thumbs up.
Ellis?
Yeah.
Well.
Uh-oh.
I feel like he shouldn't say no.
Mean, he can.
I think so too. I mean, hey, there's a reason we asked him a question.
Let's we give him a reason to explain himself.
All right.
Let's give him a reason to explain himself.
Let's be real for a second.
Okay.
No, I'm messing with you. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I think the Commanders nice.
Let's be real.
I think they really do got something going. The division is helping them, right?
For sure.
With the
on
division,
top of that,
with the division looking like that, is when you got that one shot, you got to go. You might as well go for the division. Go ahead, get in the playoffs, one game at a time, and see what's going on, right? So yeah, I think they got a chance. The offense is looking pretty electric because of that quarterback. Quarterback knows what he's doing. Look like he reading the plays, putting people in position, throwing it on the money, in stride, like accurate. What more can you ask for a rookie quarterback, right?
You can see why they didn't want to give up a lot to get that nigga Brandon Ayuk. We were straight with
facts. Because Scary Terry and Zacchaeus, they both playing really well, man.
Looking nice, and you got
the best ball.
Yeah,
for sure.
And you got 2 running backs that's able to
they can
come in and
run the ball
and produce.
Austin Eckler's still producing, like
Eckler and Robinson,
high level.
Robinson,
yeah.
I think they got something special going on. It really just depends on out of those 6 division games you get, they just got to capitalize on all of them. I think they 1-0 in the division right now.
Yeah, they only played the Giants.
The Giants. So I mean, obviously they got a lot of the division coming up in the back end. So we'll see if they can capitalize on those divisional wins, and if they can do so in that,
important.
Get the division.
Will be important.
That's always gonna be important. I mean, like you said, I think you can't ignore how weak their division looks right now.
Man,
it looks bad. What about you, Josh?
They look the best
back to the NFL least. They're back to the NFC least.
Might be for this year.
Bro, it's an up and down division. Like, they historically are inconsistent. Yeah. Like, there was a couple years ago, remember, where we all thought they was going to be terrible. And then, all 4 of them damn near made the playoffs.
All 4 of them almost made the playoffs. Yeah.
And then vice versa. I think it was a year where like everybody was like struggling to get to 500.
Yeah.
It was like, okay, somebody got to win the
Might
division.
be fucking this year.
Type shit. I mean, I had Jaden Daniels as my rookie.
You did.
So I feel like I'm not gonna say. Well, I'm gonna say I'm surprised a little bit. Just
by how good it's been.
Yeah, just by how good
that.
it has been.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna say like I didn't see him being productive coming.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then on top of that, it's like, bro just came off a Heisman winning season.
Yeah.
You know
That
what I'm
is
saying?
facts.
Like, I kind of was like, okay, all right, you got drafted number 2. You just won the Heisman. So you was the best player in college.
Mm-hmm.
Why would I not expect you to come out here, you know what I'm saying? And ball the fuck out.
Yeah.
And he's been doing it. So, salute to him. Because, it's a lot of players that'll get in that position and fuck it off.
It ain't easy.
It's not easy, especially playing that position specifically. So, but as a team,
that's the question.
That's the thing. And like to your point, I think you said it earlier too. Like when you get a quarterback like that in the building, that really change your franchise around.
Yep.
A la, CJ Stroud, quarterbacks like that. So I just think this just might be this year's CJ Stroud, I guess you would say. You know what I'm saying?
Rookie.
How do y'all feel about the RG3 comparisons? Because I've heard
Don't
more
like
than
it.
more than one person.
It's a good comparison.
I mean, it's accurate, but I don't like it.
If we
I don't like it.
compare rookie years, yes.
Yeah,
For sure.
rookie years, yeah.
Because
I just don't like. I don't like comparing a rookie to somebody that
what
got hurt.
happened. Yeah, because of the injury.
It's almost a little disrespectful.
That's
I-
all they comparing it to is the rookie year.
I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
And I'm always like a proponent of like, just let him be him. I don't even want to compare him to nobody. He trying to be the first. Like he the first Jaden Daniels. That's who you should compare him to.
I don't like comparing them to people that got hurt or people that died. I don't know. it's
Type
kinda weird.
shit. Type shit.
Facts.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So we all believe in Manders. You kind of shaky on him.
What you mean?
Because you just said it's a team thing.
No, I'm saying no. I mean, but at the same time, it's like you got Jaden Daniels in that building, so it's like I would like to see it. Obviously
direction
as the
they
year
go in.
goes on,
Right.
them keep going. But as of right now, I mean, I'd say they for real.
Okay.
I'd say
bet.
they for real.
Bet.
I'm not gonna sleep
So
on
we all
them.
in agreement. So.
It would really,
Yeah.
again, to his point, see how they develop and what pieces they put around going into the future, right? In the next couple of years. Are they just going
Yeah.
to stay stagnant with just Terry? Or are they going to try to push and get better O-line, better running backs, better
I
tight
think
ends,
we'll
receivers?
work on the defense first, man.
Yeah, I was about to say,
That's
yeah,
fact.
you talking about offense. Offense would be okay right now. You see what they're doing. It's the defense that I'm like, because I ain't gonna lie, I don't believe in Manuel Forbes.
Oh, no, sir.
Don't believe in him at all.
Oh, no, sir.
And in this day and age, like, and that's like for your secondary, you have to have lockdown corner.
At least one.
At least
try to
one.
have
At least one.
At least one.
And
bro.
he better be traveling. That's all I'm going to say.
Don't get me started.
And he better be traveling.
Don't get me started. But yeah, man, like that's just I think they'll be all right though. This year specifically, I think they'll be all right. They for real this year.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so speaking of for real this year, is it
For real this year.
Mm-hmm.
Jags not for real this year?
Are you being for real? Shit.
Jags not for real this year. Do you think it's time to fire?
They are the
WP?
last defeated team in the league.
Last winless team.
But
Who's
those
gonna-
are always the teams with the magnifying glass on them, right? Every year, the
No,
last
not really.
undefeated team
But-
is.
Why is it them? Is the real question.
'Cause they
why is it y'all?
Is it Dougie P?
There's
I
got to
wanna
be something.
hear
I mean,
It's a
they're
mix of
all-
both,
I wanna
but
hear
he's
that.
they're on 9 in their last 9 games. So, they got to be something. And
Fucking bad.
what makes that so nasty, though, is that there was an off season in between that.
Yes. Yes. There was
That's how
ample
it
time
It
to
was
fix
to fix what was
everything
ever going on
that was
wrong.
wrong. Well, not everything, but
But
fix
the
stuff.
reason why I do say it's a coaching thing, because in 3 of their games, they should have won. The only game that they
just specifically
You think
all
only
the
one that should've
games
lost
they
is the
it's the
Bills
Bills because they got
game.
they got
They got
boat raced. The whole
This
time.
past game,
They
was
should have won that.
some
They should have won
nasty
that one.
fucking coaching,
They were
bro.
they should have won against Miami, but they fumbled, and then you see what
They
happened
fumbled into
against
the end
that,
zone.
and then we see
I
how
was
the
about to say,
Browns
you
is, and you should have beat
kinda
the Browns.
should have
You only put up 13.
Should
beat
have
That's
That's
I ain't
decent,
gonna lie.
bro. And that
Y'all
time of the
should've
game,
won.
I can't believe some of the decisions he was making.
I'm watching the game
That
right
going
now. We
for
getting
it
the
on
ball
fourth
again.
is crazy, bro.
They should easily be 3-1 right now. So
I think-
I'm gonna put that on the coaching now. Has the quarterback lived up to the billing? No,
No.
no. He
But you
misses.
just paid him.
He misses a
He got
good.
that-
He misses a good 2 wide open touchdowns a game. I would say he does.
Yes.
He has
He has
a
a-
mean low light
And
film.
he has a turnover and especially
Like-
fumbling problem, bro. It's
but
bad.
another reason why I say it's coaching because the two of their best players in Tank Bigsby and Brian Thomas Jr. They just don't feature them enough.
Brian Thomas Jr. especially.
Y'all
Nice.
got that. These are
Not
the
gonna lie.
best athletes on your team, and they make the big plays every time y'all give them a chance to get the ball. Like Tank Bigsby had over 90 yards on 7 carries.
Yeah. And
But
he
we gonna
only got
keep.
7
But we
carries.
gonna keep giving the ball to ETN.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Tank was doing his thing.
I would say I
They love them Clemson boys.
I would say I tend to agree, man. I think
So yeah, it's
WP
time to get rid of Dougie P. That's my take on that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go ahead, 40.
I think I agree, man. You got to get Dougie P up out of there because it's like Penny said. I tend to contribute like really close losses when you're losing over and over and over again by like a small margin to coaching, bro.
To the minute details.
It means you have the talent to do it. You got the scheme and like personnel to do it. You just like making the wrong decisions at the wrong times. And sometimes it could be like turnovers, ball bounce one way, it doesn't bounce another way. Losses like that is okay. But when it's happening consistently, that means you're not putting your positions putting your players in the position to win games half the time. And like you said, T-Law hasn't been great. He hasn't really been good. But there's that Browns game, they're better than Browns.
They've had the lead in these games.
They're
So as bad as he's played.
They're a better team than the Browns. That Texans game, I think the Texans are better. They should have won that game. Like the Texans were not playing well.
You're up 20-17.
You're up 20-17. You
on
got
the
a
1
chance
yard
to-
line. To
What are we doing? I ain't
and,
gonna lie.
and you go for it and don't get it. Like
don't get
it's-
nothing.
It's just bad decision making. And I know Dougie P got the Super Bowl pedigree, but he just hasn't lived up to the billing. I don't know what you do at head coach after this. See if Bill.
He's already been connected.
Who, Bill?
Mm-hmm.
So if Bill want to go to Jacksonville,
It's a lot of people that's been saying
That's an
Bill,
upgrade in my
that Bill's like
Now, my
I
only-
don't like that.
My only concern is you got to go get a top tier offensive coordinator because T-Law does not look.
He doesn't.
Yeah, you need
he
to
don't
look
look comfortable.
Look
You
good,
definitely need
and
like
he
a-
needs to be fixed.
You need to go get like a Lincoln Riley or
Yeah,
some shit.
he needs to be fixed. So you need some great offensive coaching in the building. But I think Bill Belichick, it's like I said with Harbaugh, making the Chargers not do Chargers things again.
Yeah.
Belichick gonna
make the Jags stop doing Jag shit.
doing Jag shit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how he gonna feel about them flights to London all the time, but hey, that's another.
He gonna put a stop to that.
That's
shit.
Been out there before.
Okay,
He been out there, but they go out there 2-3
Every
times
year.
a damn year.
Yeah, that is
that's
crazy.
the other home.
It
I
is.
mean, yeah, they'd be out there for 2 weeks.
Yeah, they do have 2
2 weeks in a
back-to-backs.
row.
Yeah,
They be
2
out there
back-to-back
2 weeks.
games. Yeah. Ellis?
Already went.
Oh, you did?
No, you didn't.
No, you didn't.
It's all a different time.
I'm tripping.
Bro, listen at me like,
Already
huh?
went.
I'm tripping.
What the hell?
I say I don't think it's time to fire him, man. Yeah, why are we so quick to want to fire?
Because
the
niggas be
coach?
waiting too long to fire the coach. Goddamn.
I understand,
You
Once
don't
you-
want another Marvin Lewis.
Once he get like this, man, it's like, all right, bruh.
but 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Oh,
wait,
and
wait,
9
wait, wait,
in their
wait.
last
I understand
9
the 0 and
games.
9.
Isn't
I
this?
understand the
But this is year
3 now.
3
Okay.
of Dougie P.
And we done lost. And we done lost.
Let me see.
Going on 9.
The first year
and you're
was
getting worse every
the
year.
first year was cool, right?
Yeah.
Second year,
Okay, let's
First
recap.
year we went
let's
to the
recap
playoffs.
accurate. You made the playoffs, but you started that season terrible.
right on.
You won 7 of your last 8. You
Make the
won the
playoffs.
division, made the playoffs. You started that playoff game down
Horrible.
27-0.
Chargers.
And then T-Law was amazing, and you won the game.
He might have had lower expectations.
9-8,
going in.
9-8, 0-4.
Watch this.
And then
Watch
last,
this.
and then you got
He might have had low expectations going into that first
they was
season,
8-3 to
right?
start
Okay.
last year.
Yeah, it was 8-3 to start last year. They finished 9-8, and they're 0-4 right now.
Okay.
You
okay.
only
Why
been there
can't
for
you
3
put a full
years.
season of good
And
football?
mind you,
together?
They ain't putting up a season of football at all right now.
That
No.
first year he was there was that fucking comeback game.
That's what I'm saying. So look, his expectations might not have been too high the first year, but your first year you blow them out the roof, right? Boom. So next year you come back. They want to see that again.
It doesn't happen.
Don't happen. All right. So cool. That's 1 year of not
Producing.
Not producing. He's in the second one.
We're getting worse. Our quarterback is getting worse.
Right on.
Visibly so.
Right on. But we just paid him, so he ain't going nowhere.
Exactly.
So let him just finish the year. This is he in his second year of
Let's go ahead.
moving.
Let's get ahead of the curve because obviously if we want to build Belichick by the time we fire this nigga at the end of the year, it's gonna be there's gonna be multiple months trying to get Bill.
That's true.
Belichick.
If you want,
so let's go get Bill right now.
I don't think that's really their focus. They trying to go. They trying to go do other.
Just saying things don't start getting leaked to the media.
Do you think
you're 0-4? You're not making the offs.
Do you think Dougie P?
So what are we doing?
Do you think Dougie P is a
So
good coach?
hold on. So with you being 0-4
and not making
the offs,
let's get it over with.
You just signed T-Law, right?
So y'all saying take off rip. That's really what you're saying.
The Band-Aid, bro.
Yes, what we gonna waste the rest?
Like,
what we gonna waste the rest of the year for, and then have to compete to get the coach that we want?
Y'all
let's go get this.
That,
I don't think
Tank. That is Tank.
No, if we bring in Bill right now, we not tanking the rest of the year.
Because listen, if you do fire Bill right now, and you bring in
Doug right now.
If you bring in Bill right now, are you saying we going to the playoffs?
They weren't going to the playoffs regardless.
Okay, so look, so that means we tanking.
No,
because what's the point of bringing him in to get 6 wins this season?
No, but these are grown. Like they not. It's a prize.
So let's go ahead and get. Let's go ahead.
You gonna at least play with pride.
Let's get Bill,
and you getting the culture. And you getting the culture established.
That's all. Let's get Bill in there and let him start establishing the culture right now.
So why would we play for the 10th pick in the draft?
No, listen. Even though we saying they not making the playoffs in that building, they have to believe that they can make the playoffs.
So,
but their expectations were playoffs.
Not even. I don't even give about the playoffs. Let's get Bill in there so he can get to know these players. So before the offseason come, I can already know who I'm keeping and who getting the fuck.
Because Bill gonna find that out quick.
Man, look,
he gonna get people the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
Bill putting.
Let me go ahead and start establishing my coaches so I know who about to buy in and who not.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I mean, just for them to get 4 wins and then go.
It ain't about this year. It's about next year.
See, so that's what I'm saying.
No, you don't get. No,
we're not talking about. We're not talking about tanking for picks. Thinking about next year.
That is next year. That is.
But I got a question.
But you don't have to tank for picks just because you're thinking for next year.
Simple question. Ellis.
Yeah, that's my name.
Do you think Doug Peterson is a good coach right now?
A good coach?
Yeah.
And see, he don't because he had
the
answer. I'm asking. Do you think he's a good coach right now?
Yes or no? When niggas answer your question, repeat what you just. That mean they try to buy time to come up with their bullshit.
Yes or no?
I do not believe he is a good coach right now.
So
we gonna keep letting our players get coached by a bad coach.
If you was the owner of a team, would you want him as your head coach?
Probably not.
So what the fuck are we talking about? Get him up out of there, bro.
We gonna keep letting them coach these bad habits.
You gotta let them finish out some stuff.
All right, keep coaching these bad habits, WP.
That sound like some Jacksonville shit though.
He's gonna keep
stay there for the rest of the year.
Niggas gonna keep establishing.
Not missing out on Bill Belichick because somebody else winning out.
I'm not even saying the rest.
Now Bill Belichick gonna be an Eagle.
8-9.
They in a bye week right now.
Maybe week 8-9.
No.
They gonna win next week. They gonna win next week. They play us at Jacksonville, and we ain't won in Jacksonville since Andrew Luck was our quarterback.
4 weeks might be a little.
And he didn't win in there since 2015, so we ain't won Jacksonville in 2015. It's been almost 10 years since we won in Jacksonville.
As soon as they bring stats out like that,
no, they about to. We'll pick.
We're going to lose that game. We can't win in Jacksonville.
We're gonna get to the picks.
We'll get to that.
Ain't never won in Jacksonville.
So you think they should keep him?
Just a little longer, God.
But
y'all saying give him the boot right now?
We are the only team in the league without the win. Motherfucking Panthers got a dub before us.
Facts.
And we got Trevor Lawrence.
It's because they did a quarterback change, not a coach change.
You really a Jackson?
They are because they changed their coach. Because they changed their coach in the offseason.
That's crazy.
I mean, yeah, still came out losing, but he. I heard that too. Yes.
Damn,
that's crazy. In the division is wild.
No, I was the owner at that time.
Okay.
Now I'm talking to that's how we talking Dougie P. That's exactly what I'm saying. We in the office.
Nigga. For that one for sure.
Yes, nigga, like.
All right, facts. All right, so moving on to the next topic. So the Jets or the Chiefs. Both of these teams kind of lacking in the receiver department.
He's most likely he didn't tear his ACL.
Hopefully.
I pray to God. They still haven't officially announced.
No, they say if you go through the complete test, the first one, and they can't
diagnose something off the first one.
Definitely. Then
but he's gonna be out some time.
It's probably gonna be like an MCL.
It's gonna be out
some tour, but it ain't his ACL.
So back to the question. Jets, Chiefs. Who do y'all feel like needs to trade for a receiver more?
Shit, both. Well, I ain't gonna pull a 40 and say both. It's a little bit of both, because they both lacking their receiver. Nah, just fucking with you. I'm gonna have to go with, man, honestly, this is very hard, but I'm gonna have to go with the fucking Jets because it just looks like their offense is just super plain and they just need a better athlete. Like, I believe that Patrick Mahomes is at that point in his career where he can spread it around to multiple different receivers and still get the job done. Kareem Hunt in his first appearance back from being on the sideline. Look how he got some tank, some gas in the tank. So he get rolling these next couple weeks.
And Pacheco will be back at some point.
So I believe eventually everything will get right with them because they're going to expand Xavier Worthy's role now. He's now the number one
too.
Yeah.
He gets more touches. You see if he can handle it. But he's a first round pick. This is what you got picked for. I know you wasn't expecting to be the number one receiver this year. But hey, shit happens. You were the number one receiver last year. So hey, just a different league. But I believe with Andy Reid and them, they can do it. But with the Jets having Nathaniel Hackett, an old Aaron Rodgers, and at this point a struggling Breece Hall. It ain't even that he hurt. That nigga just struggling. Look like he really finna lose his job to Braden Allen because in the clutch, they put that nigga in the game. So it's really looking like it's getting ugly out there. It's like it's getting ugly out there for your boy, Breece. But they need that. Just go get Devontae. I know they talking about Amari Cooper. He only got $650,000 cap hit left on his contract for this year. So he's gonna be the cheap one. And it don't look like him and Deshaun got any type of rapport. Because Amari fucked Deshaun a couple times this week. Pause. It's wild. Yeah, it's wild. But yeah.
She's talking about the Browns.
No, that ain't just the Browns. Talking about Deshaun. Using him and them words together, bad situation. But but so I can see Amari getting moved. They say D-Hop because look at the situation he's in. I'm pretty sure he's unhappy playing with Mason Rudolph and Will Levis.
He's happy with his money.
Mayonnaise left.
He missed our field to when the laws came.
So, and then last but not least, I really feel like they need to just go ahead and go ahead. Hey, some people talking about Cooper might be on the block. So when he come back from injury, if the Rams looking that bad, but I don't think Matthew Stafford lets that happen.
Yeah, hell no.
I think Matthew Stafford gonna be like, bitch, y'all trade him, y'all trade
me.
Oh God,
that would be crazy.
Oh God, so I believe Devontae, now we're having that hamstring injury.
Right.
He gets put on a little injured list and gets to preserve his body to the trade deadline. And the Jets just gonna give Aaron Rodgers somebody else he's comfortable with. Because obviously he's comfortable with Allen Lazard, and that's why he throws him the ball as much as he does. But Allen Lazard is not that guy.
He'd be force feeding too.
For sure not.
And all they gonna do is double on Garrett Wilson and be like, keep throwing that bitch to Allen. Because if he do make a play, that's the only play he making today.
Right. 7 yard curl.
Yeah, so if he do, that's the only thing he doing today. So we can live with that. We can live with that. We gonna blitz your quarterback because he ain't moving.
Something like.
So you need to give him somebody he can just. You can't double team Garrett. You can't double team Devontae. So if Jets want to get to where they trying to go, you need to go ahead and get another superstar in there because you don't got a coach. Aaron Rodgers is out. Aaron Rodgers is out of coach. Aaron Rodgers is obviously the head coach. Like obviously, and the head coach said, we don't need to be doing these cases. Aaron Rodgers said, "Nigga, fuck what you talking about. I'm keeping doing what I do.
All these guys accountable.
I'm gonna do what I do."
He's like, "Do your job, pal."
Exactly.
You're the coach the line. Get them coached up.
Exactly. Nope.
Hold your water.
Apparently, Aaron Rodgers has to do it.
Apparently, man. Hey, they do not like. I don't know if they don't like each other. Aaron for sure don't.
Oh no, Aaron don't like that.
No, it's definitely some tension right there.
Aaron Rodgers has that personality that, like, if you show like any type of incompetence, like
yeah, you gonna get on your ass.
Yeah, like
nigga don't fuck with you. Nah, man, it's hard not to agree with Penny again, man. Like
I know I was pretty extensive on my take that time.
I think, you covered but I think another reasoning is Aaron Rodgers last season in Green Bay, I saw him lose that ability to just kind of take whatever's given to him and make it work. Like,
Like in
He
these
lost
games,
Devontae.
This game compared to last game, if he's not able to, because he old, it ain't gonna happen every game. If he's not able to move around, and then it was rainy and shit. So
5 sacks.
If he's not able to move around like that, you need to give him a
And I
superstar.
know we kind of talked about it last week about like he looked really good in his last game.
It
That's
wasn't
kind of
raining.
what I meant. He can't do that consistently every game anymore. And like you said, all you got to do is double team Garrett Wilson. Like it's really a lot of times Garrett Wilson or bust for their offense, and except for Allen Lazard because he has that rapport and that rhythm with Allen Lazard from playing with him in Green Bay. Pat, I just saw him last year with wide receivers that led the league in drops win a Super Bowl.
Oh my goodness!
Like,
yeah,
he still got Trav. As old as Trav is, people say he's not in shape. People say he's not focused on the game. That's still fucking Travis Kelce.
He went 7 for 89.
And they get in the tournament. We know who Travis Kelce is going to be.
come on,
He's the best playoff weapon of all time, literally. So it's hard to think that Aaron Rodgers at 40 years old is going to be able to do what prime Patrick Mahomes is able to do. You know, I love Aaron Rodgers, but he's okay. Love Aaron Rodgers, but he just can't do it to that level anymore, man. Like you said, they have a defensive minded head coach. Don't get me wrong, their defense showed out this past week against the Broncos. You allow 10 points, you expect to win that game, but he's not a great decision maker when it comes to overall game management. So when you have those close games, even when your offense and defense is performing pretty well, you're probably going to lose those games because of your coaching.
Because of the coaching, yeah.
And Nathaniel Hackett, we know who he is. He's not even, I think he just has a play sheet. I don't know if he actually reads off that bitch because I'm pretty sure Aaron Rodgers just calls whatever play he wants.
He do what he wants. Yeah.
So you're not getting no help from your coaching staff. It's going to be up to the players, and you need superstar players if you're going to play that style of football.
Yep.
So I think the Jets need a wide receiver trade more. Devontae's the obvious option. Like, it's the obvious. I get Coop because of the cap hit and shit. Devontae is the obvious option. He doesn't want to be in Vegas. He hasn't wanted to be there since Derek Carr left.
Yep.
And he knows Rodgers. So
he has been looking sad over
shit,
there.
the Raiders keep
He
winning
looks
games.
super sad, bro.
He looks sad,
Bro, if you remember last year, he was on the sideline like, I don't remember ever being hit this much in my career. Like, he's
I seen they put the camera on him going in there.
If you go back and watch the Netflix series Receiver,
I haven't seen it yet.
He gets very real about it, bro.
He gets very
They
real.
put the camera on him before halftime one of these games, and that boy was just looking so astonished. He was just like,
He like, how did I get myself in this
how
position?
did I get myself?
He winning though, he gonna be stuck.
Man. But I mean, just to add on to what y'all saying, bro, the Jets are just in a more needy position for a receiver, right? At the end of the day, the Jets don't have Pat Mahomes. They got Aaron Rodgers. No slight to Aaron, but you ain't Pat right now.
Not right now.
And then to that, your quarterback doesn't have Andy Reid.
And Andy Reid, 100%.
Right? So
Andy Reid's big. Is big.
Big Red, that's what they call that boy. So
Component to the situation.
Maybe they need to go get Bieniemy.
No.
Being in college.
You just said how much the Chiefs miss Bieniemy.
They do.
As a half a coordinator. I wasn't even saying that. I wasn't even saying like a full. I was just saying to have
not a full.
Just to have a
because you got
different
Pat and Andy Reid.
And then you just have somebody to have a little bit of a different perspective in the building.
He said Andy Reid passed.
So he want Airbnb back as an assistant.
That's what I remember him saying.
Yeah, that's why I said passing game coordinator. I didn't say come back and be no goddamn offensive coordinator, no coach, or no head coach.
I mean, he'll be a better offensive coordinator. No, I mean OC, not a head coach.
He don't need to be.
He'll be a better OC than the thing.
You see UCLA offense right now.
I ain't gonna lie, it's not looking good.
Exactly.
He'll be a better OC than Nathaniel Hackett.
Stop.
I mean, you think Nathaniel Hackett be a better OC? Now him and Aaron might clash heads.
We seen Ben, man. That nigga ain't doing nothing.
Bro, you just never mind.
Go ahead.
Yeah, no, he can come on this, but that don't mean he needs to be out there calling the plays. I ain't say he need to be calling the plays.
I think he can help with like play design and
he needs to be in the
install.
meeting room.
Yeah,
and that's it.
Yeah, he can help with like play design,
That ain't the
install,
offense
and
coordinator.
like okay then, but he's still
quarterback
a better
coach.
option.
Quarterback.
He can be a quarterback
You don't
coach.
actually need he really an offensive coordinator in title. Like you don't need an OC because you got Aaron Rodgers. I'd rather have Bieniemy as my offensive coordinator in title than Hackett.
Nah, because Aaron Rodgers get along with Hackett better than Bieniemy. I ain't got time for my offense.
If that's my guy,
I ain't got time.
But that's part of the reason that the Jets organization is in the position it's in.
I ain't got time.
You letting this man make all the decisions.
Not all the decisions. You can at
He's
least
still
make
a player.
Yeah.
You need to pick your staff the way you want to pick it.
Exactly.
And y'all need to figure out how to fucking get along.
Yeah,
He learned how to get along with Matt LaFleur. He had to learn how to get along with Matt LaFleur.
That's the head coach. It's a difference. You're gonna have to get along with the head coach.
But if they say I can pick my guy, then I got my guy. Don't worry about what.
And it's terrible. And he's terrible.
Well, it might not be him.
That's
my point.
Fix everything else around you.
Letting you pick your guy.
The Jets messed up by allowing Aaron Rodgers to come in there and dictate
everything.
What the fuck did he?
They tried to fire Hackett. Yeah. And Aaron Rodgers was like, "No,
you give a player that type of power. It's like
okay, so
that's like giving a kid a jar of candy and letting them eat that shit, and then be like, "Hey, all right, you got."
Well, at this point, if you let it happen, you can't be mad. You can't be mad at the decision.
Exactly. But that's the Jets. That's the Jets being the Jets. That's why I didn't believe in them to start with.
Right on.
They still the Jets.
That's just that's an organization flaw.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying? That shit.
They don't learn that
shit like
maybe.
Roots on a tree. You feel me? That shit get dug in. You know, when it get dug in, it's hard to get out, man.
That's fact.
It's hard to get out.
You gotta cut the top and just leave the roots.
You gotta cut the can side. You know what I'm saying? You try to lead a body, but you still gonna miss something.
That's facts.
You know,
trees.
But on to this last topic, bro.
Last topic
of this part one of this episode. We got the biggest surprise from the first month of the NFL. What's y'all biggest surprise this month so far?
It's been a fun month. I'm just happy football's back for sure.
Cool.
For me, I'm gonna say it's the resurgence of the running back position, man.
Ooh.
I've loved it. Mm-hmm. I've loved all the running the football that we've seen from more than the usual suspects.
Yeah,
like we know the Ravens gonna run the ball. We know the Bills gonna run that hole with Josh Allen. Like we know the Steelers gonna run the Niners gonna run but Packers running the ball. Texans when Joe Mixon was healthy running the ball. Yeah. Like it's just been. We was talking about the Commanders being able to run the ball effectively. Like it's just been nice, man. Seeing all this. We know the Lions gonna run the rock. And we saw the running back position start to phase out a little bit. You know, it was being undervalued. Running backs wasn't getting paid. You got teams like the Cowboys that don't have a running back, not even bringing Derrick Henry in the building because they, everything moving towards pass. Mm-hmm. And if you think about it, we saw it start a little bit last year with all the mediocre numbers that quarterbacks was putting up. But this year is like really starting to be an emphasis on being able to run the ball, man. I've been loving it. So that's my biggest surprise.
Okay.
From Penny's table over here, I had to consult with my niggas and shit. You already know. We came up for our biggest surprise. I was about to let y'all know. Okay,
Penny's
boss man
D-Lo.
Hey, nigga.
That hurt. Funny bone?
Right on the elbow. Right
Shit wasn't funny.
Y'all both 1 for 1 on
right on the tip. Hey, we see what happened.
Whoa. Relax.
Get to your take, man.
Flag on the play.
It's a lot of flags get thrown out there in Philadelphia, man. My biggest surprise is how sad them boys look out there in Philadelphia.
Okay.
How bad it look out there in Philadelphia. How dumb it look out there in Philadelphia.
The emphasis on everything.
Yeah, bro. How uncompetitive them niggas is. And we just got more proof about how uncompetitive them niggas is. See, we podcast and shit. This is what we do. We don't play professional sports. We podcast.
We watch.
You feel me?
We watch the sports.
But some nasty things just happened on the podcast about a day ago. I believe there's gonna be some fights going on in the locker room about today or tomorrow.
Really?
in the secondary meeting, because you got your leader going on not only on the podcast, Michael Parsons' podcast, so your division rival's podcast.
That is fact.
CJ?
No. He's involved.
Darius
Slay gets on that podcast with Michael Parsons talking about CJ.
Really? What?
About when they started off the game, because Micah asked him, so with your boy, he started off the game talking about putting belts to ass, and then got scored on, da.
He was getting routed up too.
He was.
So he participated in that conversation.
But why is you on Michael Parsons podcast?
In the first place,
in the middle of the season, we losing.
Talking about
your teammate. Niggas in a few weeks.
Yeah, talking about your own teammate. In any context.
Especially when he just brought up a negative context for your teammate.
Ah, man. And you probably need to be out practicing your tackling. Y'all all
Yeah, you slipping and sliding all year.
all
That's
your
crazy.
DBs.
You worry about CJ.
Oklahoma
DJ get routed up. You ain't out here hitting nobody.
Come on,
Oh man.
You over here giving
for
up
real?
game winning TDs.
He did. Yeah, not for real.
Game winning TD. That game, the Falcons game, that was on Slate.
No, I remember.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the fact he's on this
Round it
on
up.
Michael Parsons' podcast.
Yeah,
That's
CJ
I didn't
crazy.
see that.
Yeah,
see
CJ just responded on Instagram. Well, he didn't really respond, but he just posted on his story. It was like, damn, with dots. Like, damn,
That boy 40 is baffled.
He's
I'm just
supposed to
sitting
be.
No, this is crazy,
You're
bro.
supposed to be my dog, bro.
Yeah, man.
Nigga, this is a division rival. This
No,
is our
facts.
rival.
Our
Not
rival.
even like
that's what
our
I'm saying,
biggest
like,
rival.
right.
That's
with
why I
you,
was saying,
bro.
like, now, like I see if you
This is Bird's boy.
went on all the smoke, $1 million worth
Yeah.
of game,
Went to
Gilly and
Michael
shit.
Parsons
But you
podcast
on
in the
this-
middle of the season.
Nigga, go to Amon Ross St. Brown podcast. You gotta go. Like, you gotta go.
If you go to another player,
Go on first take and talk.
Marshawn Lynch them just started by go
Yeah.
talk to them niggas.
You going to Micah Parsons pod? The
It's-
nigga that was talking shit about me talking shit. Michael was
We-
just talking about. Yeah, we
Exactly.
talked about.
You could have went talk to Debo.
Nah,
No,
You could have talked to anybody else.
Yeah, that's crazy.
hey, that's wild, man. Yeah, I'm shocked.
it's a
Hey,
fight.
somebody gotta
It's-
get traded.
Nah, somebody, yeah, because I was just saying,
Somebody
we
got to
boxing
get
them.
traded.
Like, by the time we go to the meeting room, they call secondary meeting, me and you got to talk.
Somebody gotta get traded.
Me and you got to talk.
Man, but look,
Hey, a lot of leadership missing out that locker room.
for sure.
Hey, Fletch
Sure.
them left, and it was
Fletch, Jason
Downhill
Kelsey.
ever since.
Yeah.
My
So Ellis, you go ahead.
biggest surprise of the month, I think is gonna go to those Commanders, man. I really been like what I've been
Yeah.
seeing out of them, showing
I
out,
fucks with it.
showing out for the division, the conference, and everything like that. So, Jaden Daniels, man,
Special.
superstar in the making. I really like him. Dual threat
I
quarterback.
caught a cramp, bro.
You boy say
I caught a cramp in my head. That shit was nasty.
dual threat quarterback. He's making plays, and he looks. He need to learn how to slide. That's all I got for him.
He been
Yeah,
better.
he's
been better,
He been
but he
working
does
on
need
it.
to learn
Hey,
how to
with
slide.
the speed he got though, it's hard.
It's
tackling
hard.
that
He's
motherfucker.
quick.
Niggas ain't really know, like
Quick
ain't
as
talking
hell.
about that. That nigga that's
Quick.
damn near as fast.
He
as
gets
Lamar.
it.
And he's small, so it's
Yeah,
hard
yeah,
to
fast as Lamar.
get his hands on.
But I like the Commanders. Terry McLaurin doing what he's doing over there, and yeah, man. That's
Yeah.
my big surprise.
Yeah, I thought about them. I was thought about saying Jaden
It was
because I
either
thought
them or the
all the
Eagles.
rookies was going to all the rookie QBs would struggle a little bit early, but
I don't know,
Jaden,
they starting to pick it up well.
They are.
You know, but both still struggling. But
Yeah. Caleb
hey, we win the games, nigga. Win game 60 yards, nigga. You win game 60 yards. Hey,
Hey, you gonna keep your job?
hey.
Hey, that's all that matters at the end of the day. Is the
And just
dub,
let them
man.
know, like, they fuck around end up being scary. If the Chiefs offense don't click and that defense keep playing like that, and that offense just get a little bit better as the season goes on.
Negative.
Stop.
All right.
Nigga
Stop.
just gave 3 ifs.
Stop. Because even then, they still got to contend with the Chargers.
They
still
already,
better than
if that defense stay playing like that, I'm just saying.
them. Chargers defense is pretty damn
Yeah,
good.
when they gonna have a 10-9 game too, goddamn. It'll be real ugly because they just held the Buccaneers to 7.
I got Harbaugh over Peyton right now.
We talking about defenses though.
Oh wow.
If it's close, it's gonna come down to coaching.
Hey man, Sean Payton, we been on your ass these days.
He
What's up, man?
sucks,
What's
too.
up? What's your biggest
What's your
surprise?
big surprise?
Oh, yeah, mine. The Saints' first 2 games.
Was that a surprise or just an anomaly?
No, that was a
When
surprise.
the
man.
Saints
I
come
did not see that
marching
shit
in.
coming.
No one.
I
did.
mean,
they
I
didn't.
didn't-
Shit.
Well,
I
I guess you can
I
say it
didn't
was
think-
a surprise.
I
And that
didn't
was
think.
an anomaly.
You know what I'm saying?
It was
I
the
feel
best.
like them scoring on every
91,
possession
91 points in
in
2
the
games.
first 2 games.
It's insane.
It's kinda
Yeah,
crazy.
bro. That's did not see that coming.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I mean, I'm not to say that I thought the Saints was just gonna be like
I
bad.
don't think the Panthers see
Because-
it coming either.
I feel like
We're the Cowgirls.
Derek
Well, seeing
Carr.
that the 2 teams that they played is the Cowboys and the Panthers. I guess shit, I guess it's still a surprise
It's still a
for you. huh?
surprise. I'm about to say it's still
Yeah.
a surprise.
That's a lot of points.
because
A lot of drives.
Derek Carr ain't like that.
Ain't Jaden Daniels.
You know what I'm saying? He not like that. So it's not like I expected them to. I probably expected them to score 40 points
In both games.
In both games
Yeah.
combined. You know what I'm
Combined.
saying?
Yeah.
They dropping 40 on you know
Any
what I'm
given
saying?
night.
Yeah.
Back to back.
I
So
mean,
it's
we
like,
seeing how the Ravens ran on the boys. Yeah, Kamar did the boys dirty too.
Yeah. 4 tubs.
Yeah.
Well, that's
So,
good.
so,
That's a good
so,
one.
so, all right. I know we about to dip out in a second, but me saying what I just said about Derek Carr. So, Jaden Daniels top 10 already?
I would have to think about it, but I think he's
I'm about
10.
to say,
Or he might be at
I
like
have to
12 or
think- I gotta
13.
Think about that.
All right.
He might
might
do
have
that.
to time at the end of the picks.
We'll talk about intermission.
Yeah,
we
we
might
talk-
talk about that part 2.
Yeah, we might have to talk. We got some bye weeks this week, so we might have to talk about it.
So, but right now we're
This is
gonna
part
we're gonna
one.
finish off part 1.
Yes.
Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe.
Yes, sir. At Talk
You know what I'm
That
saying?
Talk Sports.
Talk That Talk Sports.
Yes, sir.
Don't follow us. Don't
That.
forget
That
Talk That DAT Talk. You feel me?
You feel
Don't
me?
forget to tell your mom, to tell
Yeah.
her friend,
Yeah.
to her friend,
We got
Tell her
all that. We
AT.
coming right back.
girlfriend.
We come, yeah,
We
but
gonna come right back.
you know.
But hey, go to
maybe it's a
I'm trying to go.
couple days
I'm
between
trying to
the
take
parts.
5, man. Come
Me
on.
too.
go
Yeah.
click that